everybody, it's Dara, and it is Tonic Tuesday, and I am brewing something special for us. Namely, it is stinging nettle. So I buy my stinging nettle dried from Mountain Rose Herbs, and I just brew it on the stove. I put water and I let it brew for, I don't know, I'd say it's like a tablespoon per cup. Hey, John B., you're first. How awesome. Oh my gosh. Hi. So I'm brewing stinging nettle, and stinging nettle is a weed that's growing in the wild, and it's seasonal, and it is stinging, literally will sting you. Yet dried or made in soups or even raw blended, it's an amazing. Hey, Robin, John beat you to it. You guys are awesome. It's Tuesday, it's trash day, it's Tonic Tuesday, and we're making a coffee substitute that's actually really good for us. Namely, because the base, we're going to put a lot of beautiful things in it. I'm going to keep it simple as possible. But basically, I took spring water, put it on the stove with some dried stinging nettle from Mountain Rose Herbs, which not only acts as a diuretic, but it helps thank you, Robin, it helps you with your joint pain, muscle pain. It will relieve inflammation, and it will help your body not retain so much water. So if you are feeling puffy, heavy, bloated, nettle is a great way to go. If you're having joint pain, hey Sarah, if you're having any joint pain, any kind of muscle issues, stinging nettle is an excellent thing and an inexpensive thing to add to your diet every day by making just a hot tea. And that's as simple as it can get. Today, we're going to, happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you. I put on a pretty shirt for you guys. I was painting and I had this messy shirt on and I was like, no, I'm going to dress up for them. Laura, that's so sweet. It's your new discovered love. This is our time together. So how many of you want to get off of coffee? How many of you are not coffee drinkers, don't care? How many of you have been like me where there's been a love affair, a love-hate affair with coffee? I love coffee. Coffee eventually doesn't love me. Thank you, Sarah. Happy Tuesday. Here's the thing, and thank you for the compliments. It's so sweet. Here's the thing. Coffee will dehydrate you. The oils from the coffee prevent your body from accepting nutrients, really vital and beautiful and expensive nutrients that we're putting in our bodies if we're eating organic food and any kind of superfood. So the coffee's kind of rob us. So we're putting it in, it's going to just rob us of a lot of good things. It will dehydrate us. I love coffee. Coffee doesn't love me back. Some people say 1 cup a day. Fine. If you can keep it at 1 cup a day of shade grown, organic, fair trade coffee, and you can do that, that's great. But I can't do that. Like, I think it's addictive. I just think it's flat out addictive and you need more, and it doesn't give you the energy you think it's giving you because it's giving you crashes, so you need it again. I think it's like a scam and a scheme and an amazing thing. Like, if you need it and you love it and you want to use it as a vasodilator to get your herbs in, okay, and you're having 1 cup a day, bless you if you can do that. I can't. Many of us need that 1 cup. Then we're out and about, we get that other cup, and chances are that cup out and about is not organic, certainly not shade grown, and you know it's going to boost our cortisol, which will tweak our adrenals, and it's going to cause us stress in our bodies and fine lines and wrinkles because it dehydrates. And the list is long as to why years ago, probably 10 years ago, I totally came up with these tonics so that I could have my hot, creamy, delicious tasting thing like coffee and croissant, Sarah, but I could have gluten-free vegan bread with some cashew cream cheese and jam if I want, and make a gorgeous tonic, and there's going to be like, my body's going to be happy. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. So here's the thing. How do you make one of my tonics? I've done many videos on YouTube. I have a tonic ebook that's out, and I have a new one coming out, an updated one. And good morning, Christy. So I've been talking about tonics. The basics go like this: hot water, preferably with an herbal tea like an oat straw, or it's good for your skin, or a nettle. But if you need the caffeine, then I'm going to recommend that you don't just stop caffeine in coffee. You stop coffee, but you still have green tea or a yerba mate, which will get you up and going and get your mental acuity going. So I love how you guys are all hi everybody. You're so cute. It's like one little family. So we can put in. Don't feel embarrassed about using black tea as a base for your tonic, or a green tea, or yerba mate tea. Brew just like I'm doing. Brew some or do tea bag, whatever, and give yourself that lift. Getting off the coffee and the oils and the addictive properties of the coffee is more important than giving up the caffeine, I believe. Because if you try to give up caffeine in the terms of tea, it's not nearly as hard as giving up the coffee and the caffeine and the coffee. It's just a whole nother thing. So I'm recommending you go to tea that has caffeine. But for me, since I'm amazingly caffeine free at the moment, and I want to answer your question about my studio in a little bit, and what I've been up to. Ever since I did the final decluttering, I've been nonstop painting. No, nothing realistic, just representational and ovals and colors, and just, it's been like a color party in my studio. Okay, so we have our hot water brewing, our tea, our nettle tea, anti-inflammatory, I only use a little bit of, I don't make my yerba mate tea all the way strong, it's too much. So a little bit, like a light dose, a light steep. So you could use just hot water, that would be fine. And the thing that makes it taste like coffee is called Dandy Blend. I buy big bags on Amazon. I always have it in the house. I would keep it in a canister, which I'm going to show you, that I got from Rejuvenation. And this kitchen's a little cluttered. It's not the easiest, but it's still possible. Okay, this is what I did yesterday. I put it up here because I realized that this is fame and reputation, this area, and pink is a red. I'm wearing pink for Mars Day, when you wear red and you want to get out into the world, like a hot pink, red and gold. And so I've been making things to use as feng shui cures, and I did a video showing you how I gold leafed my son, and there's lots to talk about art, which we are going to do because I am up to it, my eyeballs in colors and art and painting, and my goal is to inspire you guys to be able to do this yourselves. And this is how inexpensive. It's the paint you love, it's the colors you love, it's a piece of washi tape on the back, and I'm just putting there, and you can see, I mean, you can frame it, you can do all kinds of fun things, but you can see how it lifts the energy of the area, as color does in the right zone for feng shui. Yeah, I want to do more art videos. It's just been like, it's been so exciting in there. So, and I'm going to show you how to do it. It's not hard. So thank you for that. Onward, Dandy Blend, Rejuvenation. Oh, I just love, no, that's coconut sugar. I just love, they're so minimal looking and so fresh. Like a beautiful spring rose. Thank you, Robin. Roses are my favorite, pink roses. So what I'll do is, you can use a tablespoon for a cup. I usually use I usually end up making like 2.5 cups of tonic, and I use 2 tablespoons of Dandy Blend. I want it to taste like coffee. I want it to be you're here since I started. Do you remember those videos when I was like, oh, I'm gonna go visit Dan McDonald and do a juice cleanse. I don't need a juice cleanse, but I'm gonna go. And then I filmed it, and I don't even know, those first videos must be so amusing. You've been decluttering, woo, it's the best feeling in the whole world. I finished, you guys, like I am finished, I am complete. Dandy Blend. Now, there's some things I always add to my tonics. That's the flavor, is Dandy Blend. There's gonna be some kind of fat. When I was on the Clarity Cleanse, I used olive oil. Right now, I can use coconut oil. I can use a beautiful piece of cacao butter to make it like a chocolate. It depends how rich you want it. Coconut oil, a little bit, will make it creamy without too thick and rich. You've been watching my videos since back then with Dan. Can you imagine? I need to call him. I think I forgot to call him. I wonder how Dan is. I know he's happy in Hawaii, living nature. I'm like city girl. I'm like the city. Although I was telling Patrick today, that's like a teaspoon. Clean, clear, and bright, baby. That's right. Teaspoon of coconut oil. I was telling Patrick that he was telling me, he's like, you're just a city shaman woman. You're one in the city. And I said, I don't feel like, I know I'm in Los Angeles, but I don't feel like I'm in a city because I live by the beach and I live in my house. I do my thing. It's not like super hectic for me. I feel like we're going to add chaga from Jing Herbs. This got a little powdery. This is my travel. Ginger herbs make such beautiful tonic herbs. They're legit. They've been around forever, and you can get a Dara discount if you use my name when you check out. So I'm gonna definitely use a teaspoon of chaga because we're healing our joints and our muscles with the nettle tea, and we're having a diuretic, so I'm probably gonna look less puffy after this. And chaga mushroom is like the thing they give to cancer patients in the natural root of things. This heals the body. I'm going to find my reishi because I just crave reishi. It's just one I don't want to live without. And where is it? Let's see. Shilajit, that's important. I am going to add, if you don't have this, don't worry, but this is a really amazing thing to get. This is Now Alchemy's Shilajit, CBD, and Ormus. This will calm your nerves, lift you like bubbly energy, and also the Shilajit is grounding, mineralizing, and libidinizing. So for me, this is like a powerhouse. Hey, cock veggie. So Dara coupon on nowalchemy.com if you want. If not, the other herbs, so those are 3 things I use, and the other company that I love, that I stand by, is Four Sigmatic. Same thing, Dara as a coupon code, and they make it easy for you. It's already blended. They have mixtures that are blended without sweetener. That's a new thing for them. So David Wolf doesn't travel without rhodiola. I'm gonna put some in. Don't ask me, I forget what it's for. It's not part of my normal repertoire, but now I'm making it. I'm gonna taste it. Oh yeah. That's gonna throw the tonic. I'm not putting it in. That can go in a smoothie. It's too chalky and weird. Ah. Yeah, no, that can, I think take your rhodiola in a capsule. And I'm not funny like that about things. Like, I can take weird tasting things and harsh tasting things. Like, some people don't like shilajit or ashwagandha. Not a problem for me. Where's my reishi? It has to be here. I'm gonna organize this all. I eventually will be going up to my upstairs. You know what another one I love is Mucuna. And do you guys know I don't have any gray hair? I'm 51 and there's not one gray. And I would thank my mom because it might be it's part genetic, but I think it has to do with all these herbs in the food I've been eating. So think about that. This is Mucuna Purian. It's gonna make us happy. Raw on budget dance parties. I totally missed that reference. Can you repeat it? Okay, heating up the nettle. I don't know, the reishi seems to be missing, but I can have it later. There's reishi in this one. I can just use a scoop of this. Totally. This one's probably my favorite, the 10 mushroom blend. I have great genetics. My mom was beautiful and good-hearted and generous. She was so generous and just good to the people she loved, truly. She took great care of her babies, Danny and I, my brother and I. It was always us first. I am complete. Who said I am complete? Did I say that? Okay, so no rhodiola. This can go in my smoothie or made into capsules. I might do that. It was, and now I know because I put some in my tonic the other day, not really tasting it first, and the tonic was chalky and a little bit off. So we have a little coconut oil. We always add a pinch of salt because that just brings out the flavor, and we will also add some cacao. You don't have to. You can use carob if you're anti-cacao. A 40-day water fast? Oh my Lord, you must feel so good. Reishi is good for adrenal support. There are other ones like licorice root is good for adrenal. There are some ones that are excellent. It's called Rhamania is a good one for adrenal support. And yes, Hosho Wu, which I have here, prevents gray hair. So eating well and taking these herbs can reverse. Won't that be exciting? It's one of the reasons I let my hair go natural. I kind of like it lighter. It's like brightens up my face. But I feel like in the sun, it's going to get lighter. It already is. And I just don't feel like coloring my hair. Like, I feel stubborn about it at the moment. I feel I'm having like hair stubborn, like I just don't feel like coloring it. And the sun's gonna make it lighter, and that will be that. We're gonna have cacao today. So when I said I'm not having caffeine, I'm not having like caffeine in the form of tea, but in a tonic, I will definitely have. Yeah, that's a huge thing to go on that long of a. I mean, that's outrageously long. Were you supervised? Were you at True North Health, where Dan used to go, or goes? He does water fasts. That's insanely amazing. Missing your grandma who recently passed, you would drink coffee with her. So make tea. I like the length too, Sarah. I'm enjoying it. It was a little short when it was cut, but this is a couple months later, and I'm happy with the length. I've had some people say, I missed your long hair. Maybe like 2 people out of everybody. I like it. So we have cacao. We don't have any sweetener yet. So we do need a sweetener. You can use stevia. You can keep it low to no glycemic. You can use a little stevia, a little coconut sugar. Hi, Happy Days. I'm glad. Yoga, how wonderful. So a little stevia and a touch of, I feel like having a teeny bit of coconut sugar. Yeah, everything's disappearing in front of me. There it is. Great timing after yoga to have a little Dara and a little tonic. And ta-da, that's it. So I'm going to strain the nettle. You guys are so sweet. So this nettle has been brewing a nice long time, and it's going to be a beautiful base for our coffee chocolate tonic that's creamy because of coconut oil, sweet because of stevia and coconut sugar, packed with herbs thanks to Four Sigmatic Jing Herbs and nowalchemy.com. I mean, these are things that if you're drinking coffee, you're not going to get as many benefits from these things. The coffee will rob you of them. And why buy them? Why feed yourself so well if you're going to do something that's going to dehydrate you? Oh, the other thing that coffee does is it's acidic. So it turns your body acidic. So the whole point of the raw food diet, no raw foodists really drink coffee. Like they know they shouldn't because it's acidic. And one of the whole points of eating a plant-based diet is to be alkaline. You bought CBD recently, frankincense. I love frankincense. And wheatgrass is like the big badass of healers. And it's hard for me to take, but it's the best. Pure watermelon, that sounds so divine. Remember when I used to do the watermelon vacations? John, you struggled to get out of the lotus position? Let me blend this so I can chat with you after I made it. What brand earbuds do I recommend? I only like the ones that are squishy in my ear, little ones that go in, but I don't know the brand. Now, there's a possibility this needs something. That happens, so sometimes I get it on the first shot, and sometimes I want to add a little creamy or a little something else, but I think this is going to be lovely. Let's see. It smells good. I had a sink system that upstairs, there's a sink system to extra filter the water. On the whole house, there's a Culligan system that takes the chlorine out and I guess softens the water. But for drinking purposes, I have Mountain Valley. It's delicious. It tastes like coffee. Yeah, you would need to have experience for fasting. That's a big deal. So this cup is by Helen Levy. She's a Brooklyn-based artist, and I love it. I'm very into color these days. Pops of color, like pops of color, pops of color. It's like white everywhere and pops of color. I still need to address this kitchen and make it prettier, but I will do that. And I will clean the dishes and I will do everything. But at least we get to have our Tonic Tuesdays. This is the most important thing. Thank you. I feel rejuvenated. My pop of color top. Yeah, it's important to give ourselves rest, to pull out stress, whatever is causing stress, to block it, pull it out, heavy lift it over the side of your boat. It's really important to identify psychologically why you're feeling the way you feel, whether it's angry or sad. Those are great emotions. They help you navigate in a direction that needs to, be addressed. Like anger is a great navigational tool. It's like, I'm that angry, something's got to change. I'm this sad, wait, get to the anger. Like anger could be underneath and you could be repressing what you're feeling and then feeling sad. So it's like uncover, identify what it is, and then you can shift it like that. Oxygenated. Do I look oxygenated? I look rejuvenated. I feel like I've had proper sleep. I feel that I've been making my own food really for a number of weeks now. Um, aw, I'm complete. I did say that. Wow. Thank you, Classified. Whatever your dear real name is. Classified's a great name. Okay, so yes, I feel complete. I did it. Like, there's always a little more in the garage, but I feel complete. And since I started, there's been an explosion of color going on in my studio. I can show you guys if you want to see. I'm going to pour more tonic and we can go look. It's crazy. I did purchase some new colors that just spoke to me, and I'm so happy I did because this pink is new, this red is new, and this pink is new, and I think it's just wow. Um, oh, you've asked me that before and it never answered. How do you justify the Dr. Esselstyn no oil rule? Well, you know what? Cut the oil and you see how you feel. That's part of what. Now, on the Clarity Cleanse, I had olive oil. I didn't have any other oils. I feel like it's probably healthy. It's probably a great idea to not have too much oil, to monitor your oil. Absolutely. Let's go see. Let's see if I could take you and my cup. My cup. Hold on. It's going to get a little weird. Okay. We're going to go to the art studio. Yes, I did have a dog. My dog is happily homed. Both dogs are happily homed in loving, loving, loving homes. And I miss them. But I also, okay, we're back. I'm sorry. I think when I go back to the studio, I'm here. This was last night's extravaganza. I don't want to lose you, but I do want to show you the studio, right? And it's all about color. I'm back and I've been painting and going wild with all these beautiful colors and gold leaf the sun and more dots and lots of different little, I'm doing all kinds of, like, I just can't get enough of different colors and shapes. And so, yeah, doesn't it, we're going to have little sessions in here where I show you how to just at the very least do like ovals and I got these canvases, so I'm going to work on this one and just do different color stories and see how they make me feel and do different color stories for different feng shui areas, right? I've been working on fame and reputation. We have the sun, we have those pink and red bubbles, and then won't it be nice to have, I'm going to sit outside. Won't it be nice to have all different colors? Yeah, paint, color. I want everyone to do that. So once you get to, it's amazing. Like once I decluttered, it was like, boom. I was like having time to do that stuff. You're painting by numbers, exactly. Anything, coloring books. You're feeling mused by me. That is my Instagram name, Dara Muse. We're having a tonic, we're coloring, we're wearing beautiful colors for ourselves, and yeah, I'm in the color mood these days. It doesn't mean I want to paint my walls. It just means I want to have color pops. Hey, hey, Jean-Vive. Mandalas are such a good way to get into, what I was telling my friend last night is that art is therapy. It's therapy to let yourself be free, like a child, and not be worried about the outcome. It's one thing if you're painting a still life or you're painting an egg or a person and you're doing realistic, but when you're really expressing yourself and exploding color from within, It's about the process. It's about the colors you choose. It's about the numbers of items you put in. There's so many things you can tell about yourself and what's going on with you at the moment. And art, actually, you paint one thing one day, maybe later on in the day you paint something else. And it's a way of working through your issues. Like, you will see that your psyche helps you adjust and break free of things. It's fascinating. So, yeah, this is my little, I planted jasmine and geranium. It's pretty, right? Thank you. I guess I never show you guys the outside. Um, so we're having a beautiful tonic, beautiful conversation. We're getting inspired. I think we have to be in love with our own lives, right? We have to give ourselves romance. And remember the table I talked about. What's on your proverbial table? Are there roses and chocolates? Do you have sunflowers and snacks? Do you have junk and garbage and just stuff like thrown on the table? The table, the surfaces in our lives are representative of what's going on with us. Do we have room to serve a meal to someone? Do we have room to take a pad and draw? Or are we all clumped up with like clothes and stuff that's landed on your table? So thank you guys. Yeah, the cup is good. The shirt is good. The surroundings are good. We've got sunshine. I don't know what you can see or not see. Yeah, looking at your table. Create some surface space in which to create. There has to be blank surface space. So many people have every surface space filled up with things, and how do you have room to create a new thing, even if it's just sitting down and writing? Yeah, we're all here together. Teresa, Jean-Vive, Robin, John. We're missing John G, right? Thank you. It feels very lovely here. So I'm done decluttering. I think I'm going to do a couple things in the studio, let go of just a couple things, but I'm done. Can you imagine after all this time? And I didn't know what was, I'm like, something's going to happen after I'm done decluttering. Some magic's going to be made. And magically, I was like, give me the paintbrushes, give me the paints, give me the color. So yeah, we're missing John G, I think, is the only one missing. So this is like the old-fashioned coffee clutch, like, or meeting by the water cooler. This is the time. This is like part of nurturing yourself time. What would you do if you were passed up for promotions at work without explanation? My first reaction is to look for a new job. I would absolutely inquire, honestly, sweetly, say, I just need to know for my own self and for self-improvement if there's a reason, and for self-growth, and someone will tell you. Yeah, John G, we miss you. You see him on Instagram. He'll pop up on the live on Instagram, and he's been using his Vitamix, his recent purchase, and he's really happy. It's changed his life. So yeah, I would absolutely inquire kindly, lovingly. I understand the wanting to, thank you, I'm lit from within. I feel like understanding why is good, and then also paying attention to the sign if it is time to go, because being passed up for promotion isn't a great sign from the universe. Hi, roller girl. Hi, Ivy. So we made a gorgeous coffee substitute today. We talked about the perils of coffee. I know people love it. I know it's gorgeous and fun and makes you feel so happy and good at first, and then after a while it just doesn't do its magic, and you need more of it, and you get tweaked out, and your adrenals get tweaked. And these tonics were invented by me for this purpose, to give me that hot ritual, that coffee tasting thing, and plus herbs that when you drink this, you feel so good when you're still getting the flavor and you're still getting a boost if you want to have caffeinated tea as the base. You guys are so sweet. So I'm feeling lit from within. I'm feeling light, Robin, because I've decluttered. I'm feeling happy because I've been coloring. I feel free. and I feel like, okay, what's next? I've handled a lot of things that I'm supposed to do. There's a couple good things that I need to do is finish the tonic book writing and finish it with Lisa. I need to post a Dr. Sadeghi video today because he's giving away 2 copies of the Clarity Cleanse. Can you guys join live with Dara Dubinet on Facebook? Because that's where I'm going to do the giveaway. And also his teacher, Dr. Gami, I did a breast health video with him. I wasn't feeling that well that day. Mercury was in retrograde. I tried to upload the video and it didn't work, so I'm going to attempt that. There's so many things that, old things I said yes to that hasn't happened. And now, like, it's just like being aware of whatever clutter might come in or objects that come into my home because it's so decluttered and my diet is so beautiful. No weird food's going to come in. It's related. The same thing goes to saying yes to obligations or the things you feel obligated to. Then they hang around you like just like clutter. They're like energetic clutter. And so I have to really be careful about what I say yes to. So I might be saying no a lot just because I just want to have some time to myself to see about the next direction. Okay, somebody asked a question. The last retrograde was wild. Absolutely weird. I wasn't able to post things. I felt bad. I agree with you guys. Vegan adventure. You're helping each other. That's so nice. Dang, pink is your vol. What's VOL? Is that new slang? I don't know. I love that. I love pink. I've been painting with pink. I bought like 5 pink watercolor paints yesterday just to like get all different pinks. Like, definitely obsessed with pink. Thank you. I love all that you stand for, Dara. That's so sweet. Yeah, it's the experience of being friends at the coffee shop. So you can definitely have them steam oat milk or almond milk or whatever milk, and they can steam milk, and you can get a chai tea. If you want caffeine, you can get a peppermint tea and have a creamy hot thing. I look like royalty. I think I might have Princess Diana's haircut. That might be what it is. A little longer, and I'm a Princess Di. Actually, you just made me realize that. I was like, what's up with my hair? It's doing like a swoopy thing, and I don't know, like it's a definitely different kind of like style, and it's just how it's growing out. And I think I blew dry the bangs, and now you're reminding me what it looks like. It definitely looks like Princess Di. Like she had like that swoop, right? And a little longer, and that's what I'll have. I like that. Oh, that's good. She was a sweetness. A star. She was a star. So, beach sexy. What happened to Sarah? I'm so sorry. He wants to hurt you, which shows that he has a lot of hurt. He's just reflecting and projecting. Be grateful that the person isn't in your life anymore. I didn't hear that part. Yeah, Mercury retrograde in Aries. It was like war with everything. It was really rough. X came back after no contact. That's so Mercury in retrograde. Only to hurt me by telling me he had been with another woman during our time apart. Nice. Confirmation. Yeah, confirmation that it's good riddance. And thank you so much to him for letting you know on a silver platter. Sometimes I feel like people are... did he want to hurt you? Did he want you back? But beach sexy hair, I'll take it. So I think that people show us, one of the things, a term I coined that makes me giggle, because it's important to giggle when somebody shows you some of their inner strangeness or inner dysfunction. I say to myself, be careful, your dysfunction showing. Like it's hanging out of your pants or something. Like, put that back in. Nobody wants to see that. I don't need to see that. So you can think about that. When somebody does strange little behavior, you can just say, oh, your dysfunction is showing. Date yourself, love yourself. And I can say, like, that's so true, to date yourself and love yourself. And I think because I like details, because sometimes things like that sound vague, I would say, here's some details on how to do that. Take a bath with lavender oil or rose oil and rose petals, and make your proverbial table, your coffee table, your dining room table, wherever you sit and eat, put some candies there, chocolates there for yourself, and roses. And that's the kind of thing, like do physical things like making yourself a tonic and wearing pink or stuff like that that can really get a pedicure, a manicure, those things that make you feel like you love yourself and you will attract the love. Baths are like, who just wrote a song about running water. We have a long history of baths. My grandma Sylvia took baths in the morning. My mother Beverly took her baths at night. I take baths in the morning and at night some days, but definitely I'm a morning person, but or a night person, both. And Jada is such a bath person. And what Beverly said is absolutely true. You take a bath and your troubles just go down the drain. It's just boom, there it is. And so her song is so beautiful. She can sing. I'm at my literal coffee table watching, listening, and eating cherry tomatoes. How lovely, Megan. So at your table, like, does it have roses? Does it have a beautiful book on it? Are you maybe a candle or Palo Santo or incense and have something unusually like pretty, like little tangerine oranges or, you know, the pixie ones or fresh flowers all the time until you feel loved again. Sarah, love. Yeah, big hugs to you and put it away, please. I know. It makes me laugh. That one makes me laugh. And how good is it to laugh when something could feel tragic or really awful? It's really nice to kind of laugh at it, at least if you can, a little bit in retrospect and be like, your dysfunction is showing. Um, it's hard to read out here. Yes, selenite, a little plant, right? A succulent, a little plant, your favorite candle, a journal, coloring pencils, markers, pad, anything that just you can sit there and go, I love my table, my proverbial table of life. Like, look at what I have to offer myself. And when you treat yourself like that, then you're able to, somebody's able to walk in and go, wow, she really treats herself beautifully. And if they're not the type of person who can help to treat you beautifully, they just won't energetically stay. It's kind of like this, um, I consider moldavite, this extraterrestrial stone, this tektite, that has helped me so much that I think I worked with these stones and crystals and everything so much that they became part of who I was. And I noticed that with all the magic that is me and my life, that somebody bad or not of the highest might come in, take a spin around or two, but they're going to get whipped out. They don't really get to the center and stay. So they kind of go for a couple spins and then they're flung out of there. And it sounds like that's what that guy is. And he might try to come back, but when your table is so full and beautiful and you are so taking care of yourself, they won't be able to stay. Energetically incorrect. Yeah, isn't it so fun to laugh over these things? I mean, it's just wine. Laughter's good for the soul. A little wine doesn't hurt anybody. Um, I'm glad I made Sarah laugh. That's what I was trying to do. Yep. Megan the vegan. That's so cute. I don't know what analogy I said, but yeah, flung out of orbit. They just kind of like, you don't have to be afraid of them. They're energetically incorrect, so they can't stay. It's like you don't have to worry that much. You're not gonna like welcome them and go, come and be with me. You're like, oh, isn't that interesting? They behave badly. Their dysfunction was showing. It's a spin cycle. So like you're twirling like this beautiful tornado with crystals and plants and green things and flowers and somebody might come in, they'll go a couple rounds, boop, bye-bye, they're gone. So don't be worried or afraid. Just have your tonics, have beautiful things on your table, and I'm trying to be able to see the screen better, but it's bright and light. So we had a good Tonic Tuesday morning, yes? Everybody? Here we are, having a gorgeous morning, and we're looking to be energetically correct. If things are incorrect, we will know because we're going to get angry or sad, mad, and we correct them. We have to correct. That's life. Things change. We have to change with it and go in different directions. So I said, you guys are saying yes to something. Marriage is such a commitment. Yeah, marry yourself first. Have your boundaries. I love our group. Okay, sweetnesses. You're on a fast spin. They're coming in and flying out. Well, that's good. They're not meant to stay. And if people are coming in and out too easily, consider feng shui wise having some comfortable seats for people to sit in. It will make a difference. Really cushy, comfortable, like seats. If you want more people in your life, have more chairs. Yeah, halt. Hungry and lonely and tired. It's a great Tonic Tuesday. Big hugs, everybody. Cheers. And I'm going to see you soon. Stay tuned.